Hearts have completed step one with getting rid of Stephen Naismith, but now it's time for step two, and they need to appoint the right replacement. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Today, we're going to look at the odds for the next Hearts manager. So shout out to Evening News, who are providing the article, and Scottish bookmakers McBookie, who have already released their betting market for the early contenders to replace Stephen Naismith in the Tynecastle dugout. So they've just went in order, the articles went in order of the favourite to get the job to the least favourite. So we're just going to go through this short list here. I'll give my opinions on whether I'd be interested or not. So yeah, with that said, let's just go straight into the first guy. Up first, we have Alex Neil. I feel like he's linked with every single club. Every time there's a Scottish club needing a manager, whether it be Aberdeen or Hibernian or Hearts, this guy's name pops up and he's never picked. Now, whether that be a lack of ambition from the other clubs or maybe they see something in this guy they don't like, I'm unsure as to why he's spoken like he's the holy grail or something like that. I mean, people always talk about Alex Neil as if you need to get him, you need to get him, you need to get him. For me, it could be a flop. I'm not convinced as to why people believe this guy will automatically bring success. But he is the favourite, 3-1 with the bookmakers. So if you want to get money on Alex Neil, then you can go ahead and do that. I don't think it's going to happen, just for the pure fact is he's linked with pretty much every Scottish club and he's never ever appointed. So we'll see what happens. Second place, we have Derek McInnes. He is 4-1, the current Kelly boss. You know what? He's coming under a little bit of pressure as Kilmarnock manager, especially if he doesn't start picking up wins. You could almost see him taking the job, because for him, I think it would be the perfect time to move on. Obviously, he's had a couple of good years at Kilmarnock. This might be the year, though, where he takes them backwards. He's made forward steps so far, but you're looking at the start they've had to the season. It's going to be hard for Kilmarnock, I think, to recapture what they did last season. They finished 4th last year. It's beginning to look like 4th is the best anybody can get outside the top 3. And I feel like competition for those final couple of places in the top 6 this year, they're going to be closer than ever. So I'm not saying McInnes can't get Kilmarnock 4th again this year. I think it's going to be harder, though, than it was last year. A lot harder. So it might be the best time for him to move on. Now, I'm not a big fan of the same managers getting passed around in the Scottish game. But for me, I actually think Derek McInnes is a step above those guys. I believe he's proven at Aberdeen that he did a really good job. And I would probably be happy with McInnes. He wouldn't be my first pick, but if Hearts got him, I'd be okay with it. You know, I wouldn't throw the toys at the pram. Derek McInnes is 4-1. Up next, got Stephen Robinson, also 4-1. Look, he's done a decent job at St Mirren. But the problem for me is, I think Derek McInnes has proven himself at the higher level. He's proven himself over a number of years at Aberdeen. Stephen Robinson's had a couple of good seasons with St Mirren. I'm not sure. I'm convinced. I wouldn't take the chance on Stephen Robinson. I wouldn't be completely upset if he got the job, but he certainly wouldn't be my first, second, third, 4th pick. I wouldn't take the guy. But, you know, he's not the worst option. I will say that. And you know what? Maybe he deserves a chance to prove himself at a bigger club, and Hearts would be that chance. But for me, I'm not convinced Stephen Robinson is the man. So far we have Alex Neil 3-1, Derek McInnes 4-1, Stephen Robinson 4-1. Up next, it's Tony Docherty 6-1, and you can see a trend here. It's just all the Scottish managers, and that's no dig at these guys. And look, Tony Docherty's done a great job. Last season was phenomenal. If he can recapture that, if he can repeat that and get Dundee into the top 6 again, then you know what? What a manager this guy is. First time being a number 1 manager last season, and he done a fantastic job. I'm not playing him down, but I just don't think Hearts should be taking the chance on Tony Docherty. Not after one season in like 6 games. I can't see why we would get Tony Docherty. I really can't. Can Tony Docherty become a big-time manager one day? Can he get a big club in Scotland? I mean, maybe. But I think he needs to have a couple of successful seasons at Dundee. I don't think one good season, and it was a great season, but I don't think one season's enough to cut it. So I don't want Tony Docherty, 61. I don't think Hearts will go for him, and I'd be upset if they did. Up next, we have... Alright, they want me to register. I'm not going to do that. Look at the amount of ads you get on this shit, by the way. Insane. Anyway, up next we have Liam Fox. Now, Liam Fox is the current Caretaker manager. He's stepping in. At the meantime, he's 10-1. I don't think Liam Fox is going to get it. Actually, I know Liam Fox isn't going to get it. So let's just move on. No. Despite how good he does in the interim term, I do not want Liam Fox. We've seen it before with Barry Robson. It doesn't end well, okay? An interim manager is an interim manager for a reason. I'm sick of them performing well for 3 or 4 games and then they get the job. You know, to me, it's just a cheap move. It's a cheap option. I don't agree with it. Up next, we have Peter Levin, 10-1. Now, I mean, again, he did a great job at Aberdeen when he came in last season, but I don't think you can appoint him based on that short period of games. For me, he needs to do more. I don't want Peter Levin, 10-1. I don't see it happening. I'm going to say no. He hasn't proven himself. Up next, we've got Scott Gemmell, 10-1 again. For me, no. Not interested. Up next, Damien Duff, 12-1. I don't know where he's managing right now. I'm assuming he's in the Irish League. I think is he the manager of Shelbourne? I might have just made that. I don't know if I'm making that up or not, but I think he is. Anyway, Damien Duff, 12-1 for me. Not a good option. I haven't seen him do anything as a manager, so I don't know why he would get the chance at Hearts. You know, I'm not seeing it. This is not an appointment or a move that would get me excited at all. So, I mean, you know what? These options so far, I'll be honest, guys, I'm not impressed. I'm really not impressed. I'm not impressed with the Edinburgh News either, trying to get me to constantly sign up. Alright, Gary Rowett now, and at 12-1, another manager that I'm just not that excited about. John McGlynn, the current Falkirk manager, I'm going to say no. He's doing a good job at Falkirk, but no. I mean, come on, Hearts can't be getting John McGlynn. I mean, we need to be doing better than that. Michael Appleton, the Blackpool manager, 14-1. I'm going to say no again. I mean, these managers, for me, these options, these picks are very uninspiring right now. And they're not the guys that I want to take over at Hearts. I mean, I was hoping for better. I'm disappointed with these, honestly. At this point, I think we should just get Stephen Naismith back. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with these choices? Davy Martindale, 16-1. Is this the guy we want at Hearts? Big Davy Martindale. I don't think he'd leave. I think this guy loves Livingston. He's Livy till the end. He's Livy till he dies. This guy will never leave Livingston Football Club. And honestly, I really don't want him at Hearts, so no. And that's it. He's the last pick. Davy Martindale, 16-1, the 12th and final option. So there you go, guys. Again, sadly, it's mainly a bunch of managers for Scotland that are once again being thrown around from club to club. I'd like to see Hearts go in a different direction, bring someone in from abroad, bring someone who's actually come into the club off the back of some success, a win, and take it for there. But, I mean, who knows? We'll probably go for a cheap option. Whoever's willing to accept the job for the lowest amount of money is who will probably get it, but we'll have to wait and see, guys. Anyway, that's it. Been Fog Football. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.